Whew, today's been a long day. Let's see how my video's doing. And... whoa! Views? Well, it's time to do what any sane person would do. A part 2! Yeah! Woo! Hey everyone, it's your favorite person who's named after the most beautiful art in the world, JToH, of course. And I'm here today to capitalize on my last video and make a part 2. So sit back and relax as we go through the rings and just praise the absolute shit out of these towers. So anyway, I got a friendo here to help me out with this video. So that's that. And I feel like we can start the video here. So let's go in. So yeah, this is ring 1. The first ever ring, and therefore being the most iconic out of the game. As I've said in the last video, some of the towers here absolutely suck. But some towers here are great because of the nostalgia factor. So let's get into what my opinion here is. So if you haven't watched last video, which I definitely recommend you do, I did say I was only gonna consider towers in my skill level, which is mid-challenging. So I got my friend alive here to give you a wider range of towers since he has a higher skill level than me.
Hey, it's me, Live. So, Art told me to choose my favorite towers from each ring, explain why, just making some voice lines here. So, yeah, let's get into it.
So, my favorite tower in ring 1 is Tower of Screen Punching. So about Tower of Screen Punching, this tower was made by ROBUX and was the second ever tower added into JToH. This tower has 9 floors, making it the shortest tower in the game. Now let's talk about why I like this tower. So first off, the music. The music here slaps harder than my mom when I don't do the dishes. Anyway, just listen to these masterpieces. And the old gameplay in this tower is somehow enjoyable? I don't know, but let's just get to the rating. Now, the rating is a 7 out of 10. Pretty solid classic tower. And good job, Oven. Really like it. Now let's get to what Live thinks.
So, if you were to ask me what the best tower this ring is, the problem with the towers in ring 1 is that most of them are pretty basic because they are in the first ring. But if I were to say my favorite tower in here, well, I really like laptop splitting. I just really like it. It's pretty unique. It's the first Citadel ever made, so it had to be cool. Except for those stupid 3 final floors who just suck. But yeah, it's alright.
Alright, editor's note. While I was recording the footage for ring 2, I met cool man JToH, so hello, shout out to him. Back to the video. So, this is ring 2. Another pretty trashy ring. This time, we're gonna get Live's opinion first. So, take it away, Livey.
I'm gonna say, right now, I had to do a bit more research for this one, because I don't usually go to the other rings. But, if I were to say, for the best towers here, drumroll please, editor. The best tower in ring 2, in my opinion, is the Soul Crushing Tower of Difficulty chart. So, first of all, it's a cool concept tower that progressively gets harder. And it's also what inspired most of these difficulty chart hobbies to pop up, which is pretty cool. So it has made an impact on Roblox hobbies, right? So I think that's the best tower in Ring 2 in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it to Art for these next rings. Bye.
And now, for my favorite tower of this ring. Tower phone snapping! Man, they really switched the letters for this one. So for this one, it's made by Gameter. This tower's gameplay is so good, bro. It always feels good replaying through this tower, man. And the tower interacts with you, introducing tightropes pretty well and pretty quickly. And honestly, a great first impression of Ring 2 for the newer players. My rating is an 8.5 out of 10. I loved this tower. Very, very enjoyable tower. Let's get to Ring 3. So, Ring 3 was pretty difficult to pick, since all the towers here are absolute trash! But some honorable mentions for Ring 3 are Kohad, renowned for its creativity, and this ring's mini tower, Tak. But since we're talking about towers, these don't really fit the cut. So, the tower I'll talk about is probably the most bearable gameplay in Ring 3. So, this is the Tower of Deep Sighing, or TODS for short, made also by Gameter. This tower's gameplay is okay. It's not the best, but it isn't bad either. It's bearable. It was okay. I could get behind it. So anyway, my rating of TODS is a straight 6 out of 10. It's not good, but not bad either. Let's get to Ring 4. Alright, so you guys might expect the tower here to be TOO, but it's intense! But honorable mention anyway. Looks pretty good from what I've seen in the videos. But that leaves me with not a lot of choices. So I'm a big TOSH. So the only reason I enjoy this is because there's super epic conveyor gameplay section, yeah! So yes, just for that, I'm giving it an epic out of 10. Because there's super epic conveyor gameplay. So let's finally get to Zone 1. Alright, so in Zone 1, there's this really cool tower I really like. This tower is called Tower of Zero Disturbances, and it's probably the best tower in this zone. It's made by Gameter, and its gameplay is just amazing. Really highly recommend you play this tower. This tower is more modernistic tower compared to some of the other trashy classic towers in this zone, using more client objects. But these client objects are pretty much what make this tower great, and it has some cool sections such as the X Pusher KB button, the X Ball Fling, the X Pusher True and False section, and the design overall. All of this tower is great, and I rate this tower as a solid 9.5 out of 10. Again, very solid tower and very, very fun and enjoyable to play through. So, here we are, the final section of the video where we choose which tower out of this list is the best. And my favorite tower out of this list is Tower of Zero Disturbances, you know. Now this tower is extremely creative with series, including engaging and pretty. Overall, there's no tower, can't play this tower enough, go play it now, or else we've made it to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed this very long overdue video. So without anything to say, thanks for watching, viewer, and I'll see you on the next upload.